guys, so today's video focus is going to be on the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette. If you saw my last video on the Warm Brown Obsessions palette, then you know I'm trying out all of them in individual separate videos. So today I thought I would do like a full face of makeup just so it's a little bit different to the last video, and at the very end of the tutorial, whatever you want to call it, I'll then do a little review about how I felt this one performed. I wanted to give a massive shout out to the lovely Chelsea because I'm taking major inspiration from one of her makeup looks today. So this is the lovely Chelsea's Instagram. It is just Ms. Dior_XX. Please check her out, guys. Her makeup looks are so beautiful, and I'm taking major inspo from this one here. So although she didn't use the Electric Obsessions palette, she actually used a Juvia's, I think that's how you say it, Juvia's Place palette. But I really like her color combination and how she's got it laid out on her lid. So I'm going to link her Instagram and everything below. So please make sure you guys check her out and give her a follow. But as you guys can see, we've got some really beautiful colors in this palette, and I think I can sort of recreate the overall sort of vibe that she had in that look with this palette. So I'm going to go in with like the orange, the two like pinky purple shades, this brighter like purple in my outer corner, and then I'll do this color all over my lid. So yeah, so let's just get into it. So first thing I'm going to be using is my Too Faced 3-in-1 Hangover Priming Spray. So you guys know I usually use the MAC Fix Plus, and I use this the same way I use that. So this is just like gives your skin a really nice little boost of hydration just before you go ahead and prime and put your makeup on. I just love my skin to feel like super moisturized. So once that is dried, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Hangover Primer today. You guys don't have to like double up on primers if you don't want to. You can just use that spray, but I love going in with both of them. So today I'm going to be using one of my new favorite foundations. It is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm using the shade DEAUVILLE today. Now this is a little bit too dark for me at the moment because I am not fake tan, but I'm just going to bring it down my neck, and hence why I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. So I'm just going to give this a really good shake. I love this foundation. I have reviewed it, so if you guys haven't watched my review yet, definitely check it out. I'll leave it in a card now for you. I actually had some kid have a go at me on Instagram the other day. They tried to swear at me, but they had a typo, like it auto-corrected, which was quite funny. They were like, I hate clickbaiters, and they were implying that me squirting my foundation on my compact was clickbait, but it's not. I literally squirt it on my compact so I can then dip my brush into it because I don't want to put it on my hands. I don't want to get it under my nails. Like, it's just to be clean. And I'm just going to be taking my Sigma Round Kabuki F82 brush. As you guys know, I am a Sigma affiliate, so you can use my discount code, which is Hannah at checkout, and that'll take 10% off your Sigma orders. So as you can see, I've got the compact here and I've got my brush. So I'm just bringing it right down my neck, obviously, because like I said, it's still a little bit too dark for me at the moment. So I like to keep my under eyes totally clear of foundation because I do use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is super full coverage, and I really don't think it looks nice paired over the top of foundation. It can become a little bit too cakey too quickly. So I just like to go in with, when I'm a little bit fairer, I go in with fair neutral and light neutral and just pop it under my eyes, around my forehead and around my chin, just in all the usual spots. And I'm honestly so happy to finally have some more 3D HD blenders in my life. They have not been restocked on Sigma yet because they're just currently manufacturing them at the moment. They haven't been able to give me a date of when they're going to be restocked, but as soon as I know, you guys know, I'll be posting about it because these are my all-time favorite sponges. Oh, I think I might have highlighted my under eyes a little bit too much today. Woo, woo. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just prime my eyelids as well because I want to set my under eyes, so I might as well prime my lids quickly too. And I'm using my Holy Grail, my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, my #1 eyelid primer, and I'm just going to use my Sigma Precision Tapered P86 brush just to blend it all out. So I'm going to be using my tapered F35 tapered highlighter brush, and I'm taking my light mineralized skin finish, which is what I always use to set under my eyes because it's a nice like light color that doesn't dull my under eyes. I find if I use a translucent setting powder or anything like that, it'll really dull down the brightness of my under eyes, and I don't like that. I like to have a highlighted under eye area. So now our face looks scarily blanked out. It's time to add all the life back into our skin. And I'm going to start by contouring with my Anastasia Cream Contour Kit in the shade Fair. Now I actually love this cream contour kit, but I'm not gonna lie, ever since I reviewed it, it's like I forgot I even owned it. Like, it's so good, yet I don't ever use it. That's, I guess, the problem when you have so many options, is sometimes you get really stuck into using the same things. And I got this out last weekend and I'm like, what have I been doing with my life? This is so good. Like, literally, it's so good. So I'm going to go in with, I think I'll go in with the middle shade today, this one here. And I'm going to take my Extreme Structure Contour Brush, which is an F04 brush. And I'm simply going to like dab my brush straight into the product and then apply it on my cheekbones. And then to set it, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Bronzer with my Small Contour F05 brush. So for blush, I'm going to use the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush. And I'm going to be taking my Sigma F10 blush brush to apply it liberally all over my cheeks because I like a very flushed cheek. So I'm just going to jump off camera and pop my brows on. I'm using my KABROW in shade 2 and my Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 3. And today for highlighter, I'm just going to use one of my holy grails, and it is the Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish by MAC. And I'm using my Sigma High Cheekbone Highlighter brush, which is an F03. Three. It's one of the greatest highlighting brushes, honestly. It gets like so precisely on your cheekbone. It's amazing. And then this highlighter is just like a really beautiful like champagne-y color. I love it. I'll be taking my Sigma E40 Tapered Blending Brush first. As always, it is the most perfect brush to use for transition colors. Now I'm going to be taking this orange shade first. I'm a little bit scared, to be honest, because it's quite dark for a transition shade. Maybe I should put a little something lighter. I think I'm going to, because I think that might be a little bit too intense for a transition shade considering how fair I am at the moment. If I had fake tan on, it would probably be okay. So I'm just going to take the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette first. This is one of my favorite palettes, and I'm just going to take the shade Eden, and it's like a sorbet peachy color, that one there. And I'm just going to run that all through my crease first, just because it's a little bit lighter than obviously that bright orange in the palette, and I just want to make sure I have like my layers, because layers is what makes your blending look super flawless as well. And I'm blending it right into my inner corner. I think one of the biggest things when I first started makeup, what I used to be scared of was looking like I was punched in the face, like from blending my eyeshadows too high. I think like the first time you do something really dramatic on yourself, it's kind of like whoa, but the second you like keep doing it more frequently, the more used to it you get, and that's how you get those beautiful transitions and those beautiful like multi-dimensional colored makeup looks. You know, you've got to blend it up high so that you have plenty of space to be able to do like those layers. So now I've got that first transition shade. It is time to go in with that really beautiful bright orange. Oh my gosh, it is so bright. I love orange, so you guys know I love these sort of colors. I was just a little bit scared that it might have been a bit too intense to start with. So I'm taking the exact same brush again, my E40, and I'm just going to blend it through exact same area on my eye that I blended that Eden shade. Going to bring it around to my outer corner a little bit more than what I did the Eden shade as well. And bring it all the way in to my inner corner. Now, because I'm going to do like I'm going to do the concealer on my eyelid trick thing again, because that's how you like make a cut crease. So I'm sort of doing a cut crease again, I guess you could say. It's kind of blending out like pinkish. Don't know if that's just because I'm being very light-handed or because of how it mixed with the Eden shade, but it like doesn't really look very orange. Maybe it looks a little bit more fluorescent orange, and I was expecting it to be a bit darker because it's quite dark in the pan, but it's blending very easily, like no dramas with the blending. Okay, so now that orange is down, I'm going to go in with this like fluoro pinky color. I'm assuming it's going to blend out much lighter like what the orange did. So I'm just going to take my E40 brush again and use that to blend it. And I'm just sort of starting to blend this a little bit lower. Oh my god, that's so pretty. It's like fluoro pink. Oh, I can't get over how bright that is. So next up, I'm going to take my blending E25 brush, which is slightly smaller, and I'm going to take this purpley shade and start blending that through my outer corner and crease and bring it right through to the inner corner as well.
Oh, it's such a nice colour.
I kind of wish this purple wasn't a shimmer. Like, I wish that was a matte. I think it would have been like better with all like the all over look if it was matte, but I'm going to try use it. I feel like because it's not a transition shade, it shouldn't look too bad because it's a shimmer. Like, typically I'd never put a shimmer in my outer corner, but I just really don't want to like use any sort of statement colors out of any other palettes. So I'm just going to try it and hope to God it works. Whew, okay, moment of truth. So far it's working. Doesn't look too bad. Okay. Okay, it's working. It's not as dark as I would like it to be for this look. Like, especially since I'm going off Chelsea's photo. Her purple was definitely a bit darker, I think. But I think it's looking okay. That, I have fallout though, god damn. Let me just put some translucent powder there to hopefully try and catch some of it. So I'm just taking my Too Faced translucent powder and I'm just going to pop some of it just along where the fallout will hit. Just so if I get any fallout, I can sweep it away. All this powder going everywhere. Whew. Okay, so I'm just going to take my Shape Tape in Fair Neutral and also my E62 Cut Crease brush, and I'm going to cut my crease. Okay, I did it, yes. I feel so accomplished, I didn't stuff it up. Woohoo! So I'm going to do my lower lash line quickly. I'm going to take my short shader, E20 brush, and I'm going to start off with this purple shade, and then I'm going to go in with the shimmer purple shade. Now time for the lid shade, so I'm taking my eye shading E55 brush, and I'm going to take that blue shade. I'm going to take this, like, what would you call it, a turquoise colour, and pop it all over my lid. That is such a pretty colour, wow. Okay, I think I did pretty good. I just need to wipe off the powder on my cheeks. Then I have to touch up my highlight. I might have to go back in with a different highlight because that powder might have ruined it. I'm just going to take that excess powder I had in the lid and just put it on my lower half of my face. I'm impressed, oh my gosh. So I am just going to take my Tarte liner, the Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes, and I'm just going to line my lash line and pop some falsies on. So I forgot to do my inner corner highlight, so I'm just going to take this shade, which is my favorite for inner corner highlight. It's Forever Lit in the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero highlighting palette, and I'm using my E46 inner corner shader brush, and I'm just going to pop that on my inner corners. For my eyelashes, I am going to take the Ardell Studio Effect Demi Wispies. So these are like more dramatic versions of the traditional Demi Wispies. They're a bit fuller on the outer corner. So that is what I'm going to use for my lashes today. And also I'm using the Huda Beauty Lash Glue. This is actually my new favorite lash glue. It's really good. Okay, so I'm just going to take my favorite go-to liner, and it is a Skimpy liner by ColourPop. And then I'm taking an Urban Decay lipstick, and it's called Heartless, and it's a comfort matte, and it's like a pinky color. I guess that's what I'd call it, like a light pinky nude. Okay guys, so on a scale of 1 to 10 and feeling myself, I'm about an 11. I cannot believe that I actually did this on my eyes. You guys know I'm so basic. You know, 12 months ago, I would have never, ever even attempted to touch a single shade like this in this palette. This is so colourful and just so unique and dirty after me using it, but it's honestly just so beautiful. I'm so happy with how this look turned out. Thank you so much to the beautiful Chelsea for the inspiration. I honestly don't think I could have put this together without seeing her picture. I was just so inspired by the colours on her eye look that I just really wanted to recreate something similar. So I'm really happy with how it turned out, although my skills are not like on her level. Like her blending and her wing liner and everything was so amazing. This is a really beautiful, like easier sort of adaptation of her makeup look. So if you're more of a beginner, if you're more of I can't talk, I'm so shocked. If you're more of a beginner, then this style of sort of smoky eye is probably a little bit easier to achieve. Wing liner, guys, is so hard. I give serious props to anyone who can slay it. Like, you guys are seriously talented. But I'm just obsessed. This palette is amazing quality. All the shades I used were just beautiful. I don't have a single negative thing to say about this palette. Super duper pigmented. Some of the shades, once I actually applied them, like this orange and these sort of brighter colors, they were a little bit more fluorescent, I guess, in a way, on my lid to what's in the pan. So they're not going to come out as deep as these colors as you see them here on camera. They come out like a little bit more, not transparent, because it's still really pigmented. Like I said before, fluorescent is probably, well, my Snapchat's going off because I just posted a little selfie video of this makeup look, and you guys, you're obviously feeling it because you're blowing up my snaps right now, so that makes me really happy. But yeah, I'm going to do some swatches of this palette, so I'll insert those next, and then while I'm doing the swatches, I'm just going to use the same audio clip from my last video, just going through some pricing and some comparative information. The palettes are currently in stock in Australia Sephora, and they retail for 48 Australian dollars, and then they are in stock on the US site as well, and they retail for 27 USD. Now, I was comparing like the pan size to Makeup Geek because a lot of people are saying these are very expensive. I didn't think they were. Like, when you work it out, like 9 shadows, so in Australian dollars it equals about $5.30 per pan, and then in US dollars it equals about $3 a pan. Now, when I went on Makeup Geek's website just to sort of compare their individual pan shadows to what the cost of these are, so they retail for $6 US, and they have roughly nearly double the amount of product in one pan. So technically speaking, the price of these palettes is actually on par with Makeup Geek shadows, and you also get some foils in these palettes as well. Makeup Geek actually charge like double the price for foiled shadows. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video. In summary, I love this one as much as I love the Warm Brown Obsessions palette. The formulation is identical to the first. All of the shades are incredibly pigmented, very easy to blend. I honestly don't think it matters what your skill level is. Do not be scared of the color in these palettes. They just blend so easily. So as long as you have the right blending brushes, there is no reason why you cannot recreate some really beautiful, colorful looks easily. Like I said, I feel like what I have created today and the style in which I do my eye makeup is very much beginner friendly, and it definitely still packs a punch. Like, it still looks beautiful, it still looks very intricate and detailed, but it is super simple to achieve. So definitely give it a go. Try this out if you're looking for a palette with some really beautiful colors, especially if you love like pinks and purples and stuff, because I essentially feel like that is what this look is. It is like pink and purple with that pop of blue, and it's just slaying my life, and it has made me feel so inspired to try more colors. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed my video today, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below on what you think of the products I've used on my face, what you think of the color, what you think of the palette in general, what ones you own, what ones you're gonna get, your little mini reviews, all that sort of jazz. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be talking to you all really soon. Bye.